The citizens are relatively calm for being so close to a large, dangerous weapon.
It was like that with the Azure Tree, and the days leading up to the last war, too. I think they just get that it's better to focus on how they can help rather than panic.
Humans are strong in the most unexpected ways.
You said it.
Oh, indeed. And welcome back. We're doing the rounds here in the Central Square. I wanted to say Central Street, and I knew that was wrong. I knew it was wrong. But in between the parts, I've been busy. Fishing. Oh, yay. All for the greater good, though. The greater good. Talk. Well, if it isn't the SSS in Class 7. Quite the interesting group of faces you've got tagging along with you, too. If anyone's going to get this situation under control, it's probably the star-studded lineup you got on your hands. I'll hook you up if you need new weapons for what's ahead. Just give me a holler. Get out there and show us what you're all made of. Thanks, Gerond. That's the plan. We appreciate your assistance. It's going to take a star-studded lineup like yours to get this situation under control. I'll hook you up with new weapons if that's what you need. Nah, I'm alright at the moment, mate. Not at the moment. We're not ready to properly prep just yet. Got to do the full rounds first. The full rounds. Alright, so let's go to the SSS building. See if anybody's here. No one down here. Let's go check on Tio's. Oh no, they're the beds. I was wondering what they were then, the stars. Yeah, go check Tio's room and check on something. There it is. Now we know the story behind that. There is a shining Mishi statue. It's nice that that was here, and yeah, we now have the story as to why it's here. It's cool. It's cool in a way. Let's check the rooftop. Check the rooftop. Through the door, Lloyd. Well, it's a good job we came here. Even Cerberus is here. Hey, it's Zeit and Cop. Hey, who are your new furry and feathered friends? This is incredible. The mere sight of the scene is warm and fuzzy enough to make my heart melt. Meow, indeed. Greetings. These creatures wish to watch over your heroics. They were drawn to one another and became comrades. Though in the case of the one named Cerberus, he's here because his master told him to spread word about their store. And you buy it, Nivali? You don't say. They're always got you doing the weirdest jobs, huh, boy? Screw. That's Guys' partner Zio. Is he trying to tell us something? This one in particular is quite sharp. Indeed, there is a fair wind blowing. A fair wind? Maybe Gaius would know. Fear not. You will understand when the time comes. Hey, I want to know how to talk to animals too. Let me join. Me too. I've always wanted to have a conversation with Cop. Hey? Can you dumbasses hear yourselves? We're in deep shit and you want to shoot the breeze with some animals? Ah, come on. They're more than just animals, they're our friends and allies too, you know? Well said. They may not be human, but they see themselves as your compatriots nonetheless. I myself was never meant to align with the interests of humans. But circumstances led to me becoming a police dog. Now it's my duty to stand with you all. I intend to protect this land's future. Thanks for always having our back, Zeit. We won't let you down. We hope, anyway. Meow meow. Thanks for the positivity. Oh, I thought we were done with the puns when we left the, magical girl Elisa's stuff. Mankind's strength will be what cuts forward a path to the future. It should be acceptable to lend my assistance to police dog until the time comes. As always, my best wishes are behind you, SSS. Really? We'll have to look behind us. The same goes for all of our comrades. Screw indeed. Looks like Zio's all pumped. Good, because he's as much a part of this next mission as we are. Oh, screw indeed. I'm going there soon. I'll do some shopping, don't worry. You're gonna be in charge of watching the store for a while, buddy. There's no reason you saying that should make any sense. But it does. It does. I took the easy way to get back, you know. Right. Hi guys. I'm glad you're here. I want to say thank you, because you're why I can be with Mummy and Daddy again. So thank you. We're so grateful to you for everything you've done. Couldn't put it better. You've saved us so many times at this point, and you give us the courage to keep going. And your kindness is the reason we can keep going. Really? And I gotta thank you bunches more. I'll keep cheering you on. Hip hip, hooray! Go SSS, go Class 7. Everybody gets cheers. Wow, even us. I love it. I'm all fired up thanks to you. Hip hip, hooray! Go SSS, Class 7. Go everybody, I'm rooting for you. Cheers, Mimi. One of my co-workers convinced me to come back home early. Oh, we know. I thought Mimi would miss me more, so I was amazed to see how well she was doing. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm glad she's been so comfortable, and I'm sure it's because of you. Glad we could be of assistance. In some way. Wonder where Koppe went. He was here just a second ago. Must have wandered back toward the SSS building at some point. I'll have to treat him to some delicious fish later. It comes jumping down. But always keeping an eye on Mimi while we're out. He's a good kitty. He's a good kitty. She's a good kitty? I can't remember now. They're a good kitty? We'll go with that. I got to know Harold while doing business in America. And now we're business buds. Investing in him has been worth my while, let me tell you. He's not the only one worth his while, though. Whatever Crossbell needs, I'm here to help. I've come to learn how reliable Harold is through our business dealings. He's not the only one, though. Whatever Crossbell needs, I'm here to help. Oh, thank goodness. It's so good to see you're all okay. Good to see you're hanging in too, Harold. So you guys just make it back from mines? Yes, I was worried about the state of the city. So we came here to lend our support. That aside, I received an update from the Guardian Force. You're all turning your attention to that super weapon now that the city has been freed, is that right? It is. The situation is less than ideal, but we can't afford to give up yet. You always have been so strong. Can't even begin to tell you how much that strength has saved me and my family. Yet I know it's not much, but I want you to have this. Oh, cheers, mate. Goodness, this is so much. Thank you, Mr. Hayworth. We'll use it wisely. I can't help on the front lines the way all of you can, but I'll do everything in my power as a trader to help the people in the city. And if I know my fellow Crossbellans, they haven't given up yet either. I'm cheering for you all with everything I have. May Adios be with you. Thanks. Crossbell hasn't given up yet, myself included. I'm cheering for you all with everything I have. May Adios be with you. Cheers, mate. Oh, you two, you alright? Is it just me, or are people, like, legit hating on Rufus right now? I thought we were all really into him. I guess people don't like all the stuff he's been doing. People can hate on him all they want, I'd still hit it. Girl, please. Not if I get to him first. Look at that, you're so popular. It's certainly interesting to hear. The worst part about being Rufus's #1 fan is no one has ever, like, gets him as much as me, you know? Oh my. Hello, Earth to Rufus. Busting out a weapon that crazy is a little too gross. Oh dear, there's Haas over there. Hey kids, good seeing you. Same to you, Chief. We just wanted to touch base. I mean, we've been over there and we've touched it now, so... It looks like the cleanup of those Albus sold-out remains is done now. Yeah, knock on wood. The Red Constellation came in handy for once. The city came out as unscathed as we could have hoped for. Pretty ironic them and Croy would have been the ones coming to our rescue after setting the place on fire once. Yeah, Helios works in mysterious ways, but they're hired guns at the end of the day. They go where the mirror is. Well, I should be rolling out of here soon. I need to hook up with Dudley so we can start going over plans for the big operation soon. What's a guy gotta do to get a smoke break around here? Is a few minutes to breathe too much to ask? Look on the bright side. Missing your smoke breaks is doing wonders for your health. Physically, maybe. Not a smoker alive thinks it's good for their lungs, but we sure as hell need it for our sanity. On a serious note, I hope you kids know we're standing at an impasse for Crossbell and its future. And Zeberia. So maybe laying off the smokes until this is all said and done isn't a bad idea. Don't want to jinx anything. You must be serious about this if you're willing to give up smoking, even if it's only for an afternoon. The chief without a cigarette in his hand just doesn't feel right. All the more reason we should pull this off. I'm not sure enabling someone's bad habits is a good reason to go stop a super weapon, guys. Just like old times. Don't worry about me, you kids get back to preparing for what's to come. You're gonna need it. Taking the city back was a test for the police, but what comes next is gonna challenge all of Crossbell. Look alive and knock 'em dead, kids. I want only the best of what the SSS has to offer. Got it? Yes, sir. Stay sharp out there, yeah? Doubt you need me to say that at this point, though. The mission all hinges on the strike team getting the job done. That means you. So don't worry about anything but what you all can control. We'll take care of the rest. Our weapons orbital systems took a pretty heavy hit against the Zalba soldats. Gen 10 was quick to make repairs, though. We're really grateful that they were there when we needed them. Oh, that's so nice. The day feels a little brighter now that the Ebon Defense Forces have been run out of town. That rich trouble? Whatever. Still gives me the willies, though. Well now, how goes the SSS today? I read in the Crossbelt Times that you and a few other folk plan to put a stop to that thing. Makes me feel guilty how you're always getting saddled with the tough jobs. But I can also rest easier knowing it's on you. You know it, and thanks for the encouragement. Just leave it to us. That retro video gives me the willies. Got it covered. Yep, pretty much the same. It feels like I've woken up from this awful nightmare ever since we were freed from the EDF. What about that tower, though? Think it could keep enemies shaking in their boots the way the Empire's railway guns have? Yeah, probably more so, though. Probably more so. It took out the fortress. Luckily, it was empty. Most likely, thanks to the Lucky Stone. Or the Happiness Stone, depending on how you want to look at it. Because I am thinking back on that daydream now with the Lucky Stone. Technically, the Lucky Stone was lucky for Marquis Ballard, because it ensured that he was thoroughly annoyed in order to leave in time to not get killed by the weapon. Which is lucky. Which is lucky. It just did it in a funny way. What about that tower, though? Yes. No, I don't like that at all. I know it's for the good of Crossbell, but a weapon that can slaughter left and right sits awful with me. I truly hope the Supreme Leader rethinks using it. I know it's here for the good of Crossbell, but nothing about the weapon that can slaughter left and right sits well with me. Rethinks using it. Alright, let's go into the shops. And the restaurants. I was going to say, sip. I read the special issue of the Crossbell Times. I got on all kinds of headache-inducing problems to deal with, but I was starting to feel a little bit of hope there. But you know, Crossbellans aren't quitters, myself included. Nothing will ever be so bad that it'll knock us down for good. Oh my. Always gonna get up and sip this here like it's a damn good day for a change. I'm sure things will work out just fine. Don't need proof, I just know it will. Alright. I personally don't have a problem with weird or monster parts as ingredients, but customers are a different story. We can't lie to them though, so we're letting them know that it's a seasonal dish instead. Seasonal. As long as they don't ask what's in it directly, we can cut corners with that. Call it our way of being considerate. So I went and made a new menu item since we can't get our hands on ingredients these days, and customers love it. Its name, you ask? Monster-flavored condensed pasta with a fair dollop of mystery sauce. Or that's what it was called until No made me change it. Now it's Nature Breeze pasta with emerald sauce. Personally, I feel the name I had gave it some charm. I wonder what she didn't like about it. Well, whatever. All I gotta do is keep making dishes that'll make customers happy. And then one day I'll become the kind of chef that they put in magazines. And I'll be a hit with the Cougars. That's how I know I'll be living the good life. Okay. The more I learn about weird or mod spots for ingredients, the crazier it gets. They can even be in confectionaries. Yeah, I can't let Salteo leave me in the dust. I have to polish my skills as a patissier. How are you dealing with all this, Hoisdorf? I can't help but worry about how Salteo will handle coming up with new ideas on his own. But as long as Nono is there to steer him in the right direction, it'll probably be alright. I'm just so happy I'll be here to watch the next generation from this cafe, live and in person. I don't plan on retiring just yet, but it's always a joy to watch the next generation come into their own. Alright, let's get the pasta. Righto. Alright, someone upstairs as usual. To think the city would feel so wide and free without the EDF. At the end of the day, we Crossbellans have got to be the ones to protect our city. Now to enjoy my Ooh, that hurt my stomach doing that. Worth it. Worth it. Well? We're waiting. I need to rewatch Caddyshack. That's what the well we're waiting's from. Just so you know. I know I'm Erebonian, but to be honest, I like the idea of Crossbell paving the way to a united continent. But now that I really think about it, it was very foolish of me. Did I learn nothing from the war? It's so embarrassing. There's nothing worse than oppressing others through force. Can't believe I even sided with the Supreme Leader for a minute. Well, at least you're back to your senses. I know we're no longer under occupation, but things still feel pretty touch and go. Oh well, all I can do in a situation like this is keep selling food to people who are looking to buy, you know? If I get myself too wound up about things I can't change, I won't even have time for my own business. What I can do in a situation like this is keep selling food to people who are looking to buy, you know? Get myself too wound up. Yep, same as before. Alright, anything in the shop we want? Get another Becky. I mean, look who's back. Huh, never thought she'd sneak her way into Crossbell under these circumstances. You really never know what you'll get with Pateri. But I digress. I just need to focus on what I can contribute to this mess. My wife was invited to help with making emergency provisions. And after talking it through with Neston, we figured out a way to offer out food for cheap. Huh, I love my job. Good on you guys, good on you guys. I was so surprised when Pateri came running here from Erebonia. And here I was, sitting here moping about the future, while she was out there making her future happen. I'm a little ashamed. I should take a page out of her book and put in the work to carve out my own future. And here I was, sitting here moping. Feel ashamed, carve out your own future. Right, Pateri? It was Pateri, wasn't it? Thank you so much. I never expected you to get in contact with workshops and our partners' stores in Erebonia. Don't mention it. Too bad I wasn't able to get in contact with all of them. I just wanted to help the department store and Cynthia as much as I could. Regardless, we are truly in your debt. Eric told me much about you, but now I see just how much initiative you have. You think? Well, I'm a gal who gets things done. Well, if it isn't Macias and his little friends. Don't get eavesdropping on me when I'm talking about my heroic exploits. You know we weren't trying to. Though it's good to hear your job at the department store is going well. Thanks, that place has looked out for me, so it's only fair that I pay my dues. Oh, I'd already got my worker's visa renewed, so I ain't going nowhere. I hear Gargo's doing some part-time work while looking for something permanent. So nothing's really changed for us two. We're still both finding our ways in life. Best of all, we can still get together and catch up over some good grub. Macias is straight. I sure hope the Accountability Inspectorate pays him a good salary. Well, as long as you're hanging in there, that's what matters. We're not completely out of the woods yet when it comes to the tower incident, so take care of yourself. Ha! I don't need a goody two-shoes like you to tell me that. You guys stick to your guns too, you hear me? Terry is an incredible young lady, now isn't she? She's always quick to take the initiative. I'll need to kick myself into high gear with her around. Have I really been talking to you about the Supreme Leader that much? Are you sure you aren't just imagining things? You're kidding me, you don't remember? But it rings a little bit of a bell, so maybe. But I've been so out of it lately. Oh, never mind. How about we forget about him and start talking details of our honeymoon? Sure thing, sweetheart. Let's. I've been feeling pretty out of it these days. But I don't have time to figure out why. I've got a honeymoon to plan. Well, things are back to normal here. Southwark will be alright with that. I honestly don't know what happened, but I'm just happy my Janetta is back to normal. I've already come up with all kinds of ideas for a honeymoon. I can't wait to share them with her. Enjoy that time, mate. Enjoy that time. Get you. Boom. 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 Right. Up we go. Completely missed. There was a time when I was supportive of the Supreme Leader's plans, but now? Oh, thank you. I might be from a completely unrelated country, but even I'm sick of all the pain and sadness this is causing. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. That's how everyone should feel. Period. Whoa. I might be from a completely unrelated country. Yep, same again. That tower sure is something to whip out right at the last minute. The divine lightning is just awful too. He wants to rain down judgment? No, he just wants violence. I know the world doesn't run on hope, but I just can't accept this. I thought our supposed Supreme Leader had an eye for good before, but he's all but lost me on this one. Oh my. Oh my. The Ebon Defense Force has finally left the city. It's like waking from a terrible nightmare. Again. But if that divine lightning is activated, it's clear as the cloudless day we'll have a new war on our hands. We have to do whatever we can to avoid that. I don't want any more people being sacrificed to war. But all I can do is cheer on the people capable of stopping this madness. So I'll cheer until my lungs give out. Okay. I heard news from an old friend close to government sources. They said even those in the EDF weren't themselves. The only problem left is that the weapon above the lake. But I'm not worried. No matter what troubles we face, we have the youngsters in the SSS to protect us. Oh wait, that's you! The only problem is that weapon, yeah. Yes, indeed. I finally managed to get in contact with my family in Le Mans. Couldn't begin to tell you how much of a relief it was to hear my parents' voices. Crossbell really is a magnet for trouble. Nice place to live in, though. I suppose. I'd be constantly anxious if I lived in Crossbell. I'd be like, I need to move. I need to move. Just panicky constantly. Like, what now? What is it now? The occupation being all over means the Supreme Leader was just blowing smoke, right? Suppose we shouldn't be paying the whole thing any mind then. If I've got the time to think about what could have been, and I've got time to hand out balloons and put smiles on kids' faces. Good old Haas. Would you folks care to purchase some balloons, by the way? I would, but you never let me, so... I would. I wanted the latest Orbital vacuum cleaner from ZZF for some time. The manager agreed to order one for me right away. Talk about customer service. That's how Fernand has always been, caring and willing to help when you need something. I don't know what I'd do without him. Aww. I truly love shopping at the store from the bottom of my heart. All of the employees here are so kind and helpful, including the manager. I'll always be a loyal customer at Gen 10s. The Ebon Defense Force pulling out means the former Governor General's uprising has been stopped, right? It's hard to ignore how similar the situation was to what happened a few years ago with Dieter Croy. Yes, it is. Dictators are always destined to come toppling down sooner or later, no matter how hard they try. I have to admit the situation with Rufus Alpereira reminded me a lot of what happened with Dieter Croy. Sooner or later, yep, pretty much the same again there. Hey everyone! Congrats on the whole liberation mission. That was nice work. It sure is a big relief not to have those EDF weirdos breathing down my neck anymore. Still, I can't believe the Supreme Leader was hiding a crazy weapon like that up his sleeve the whole time. It's totally nuts! As if things couldn't get any worse than they were. Well, if he thought we were going to just roll over, he's got another thing coming. Don't worry. Me and the rest of the Gen 10 crew plan to keep helping the police the best we can. That includes doing some orbment tuning, of course. Don't be a stranger if you need some upgrades. This United Nations Supreme Weapon business have gone too far. Let's bust the whole thing down and show them what crossbellins are made of. That's the plan. We'll put a stop to this, Wendy. One of the cops told me that you guys are about to embark on some big operation. Pisses me off seeing those guys bring out that giant weapon thinking they can boss us around. Let's bust this whole thing down and show them what crossbellins are made of. Yes. Hi there, welcome to Gen 10 Orbital Store. I'm so relieved things aren't as tense as they were before. Crossbell is supposed to be a bright and hopeful place for everyone. Anything else just feels wrong, you know? It's about time things start to get back to normal around here, if you ask me. Indeed. It would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice. Bit of normalcy. We can finally resume contact with our regular trading partners now that the city has been freed. That means we can put in orders for items we're out of stock of. Gen 10's primary goal remains to meet the needs of our customers, no matter the circumstances. I feel as though I need to work harder than ever to make up for all the time we've left our customers waiting. Matter the circumstances, it's our sworn duty and obligation to meet the myriad needs of all of our customers. I'm going to work harder than ever to make up for all the time we've had to keep them waiting. Indeed, indeed. Right, so I think that's us done for Central Square? Question mark? I think so. We've checked everywhere, haven't we? Yes. So, next up for us will be Crossbell West Street. So we shall see you in the next part with that. Ta-da for now.